Guys, it's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. Sending some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need them out there today. This is going to be a banger of a video, guys, and I'll talk about the origins behind this one. But first, I got to give you a little recommendation, right? We know that we have Skeletor and He-Man. Those are not going to be the topics of today's video. This is just a little preamble, a little appetizer before the main course here. I like both of the champions personally, but I'm also an 80s kid myself, right? Grew up watching He-Man, playing He-Man, and I discovered this YouTube channel. I gotta give it some love here. It's Destro is My Spirit Animal is the name of the YouTube channel, which I love, but the mythology of He-Man and Masters of the Universe, dude, I've been binging all this guy's videos, man. He goes really in depth on the lore behind these IPs, I guess, not just the TV show, but the comics and the toys.
At the center of the Masters of the Universe mythology lies Castle Grayskull, an ingenious toy. The set is considered one of, if not the greatest action figure playset of all time.
And I am digging it, man. I'm digging it. He's got G.I. Joe. He's got them all. Strong recommendation. I'll link his channel in the show notes below for you guys. Now, listen, the origin, speaking of origin stories, the origin of this video today is because I had one of my favorite guests of all time here. I had Crusen on the channel a few weeks ago, and he mentioned, well, you know what, Osama? Play the clip.
Okay, why? Because when you don't have what to do, you're facing a player that has more stats than you, more champions options than you, more gear than you, more blessings than you, more empowerment than you.
Yep.
Some players just quit.
Yep.
You know, I don't like that option. Even if I'm going to lose, I try.
Same.
Because RNG can be on my side this day. And Mortu-Macaab is this option. When you don't have an answer, the best answer is to play the RNG. And if you build Mortu-Macaab with very high amount of resistance, 2-turn Stone Skin, and put Lightning Cage Blessing on him, you're gonna give him all layers of RNG that he needs to be there, receiving hits after hits, not losing this Stone Skin because of the Lightning Cage and the high resistance, and suddenly you have the chance to delete someone with an A2. You don't need incredible amount of HP, incredible amount of critical damage to delete someone. Maybe a Nuker with Mortu-Macaab Peril. And he's able to do that. I lost half of these battles to that. I wasn't able to remove him. I hitted him so many times trying to remove, and then he killed my Nuker, and I didn't have how to kill him.
It was game over. So today we're gonna do just that. We're gonna listen to the wise words of Crusen, and we have rebuilt our Mortu-Macaab, and we're gonna take him into Platinum Arena and have some fun. I agree, by the way, with everything that Crusen said. I get people who quit against me in live arena, and I totally understand, man. You don't want to be going up against, I mean, look behind my head right now. You don't want to be going up against that crap. I understand the frustration, but man, he said Crusen, a top live arena player, went up against Mortu-Macaab in live arena 10 times this week. That's nasty. That's nuts from a champion that most players don't even consider meta. Bust out your Mortu-Macaab. Let me show you the end build. I gotta be real with you guys, though. He is tricky to build with super high resistance and obviously crit rate, crit damage, and HP. Now, as Crusen said, though, you can slack a little bit on the crit damage and the HP to make sure he has that resistance. Most importantly, even if you have just a 1-star awakening on him, his Lightning Cage is going to help keep him protected as well, so super important there. So, as you can see, the build that I have is a 6-piece Stone Skin, a 2-piece Rebirth, because why not get that extra resistance and some speed while we're at it. Speed, though, I will say, is not imperative on Mortu-Macaab. He's going to get that Terminator boost from his passive anyway, so we don't want him super fast, but I do want the resistance there. So that being said, I don't want him like UDK speed slow, although you could probably get by with that. Let's talk briefly about Mortu-Macaab before we talk about the build. He has a hit reduction on his A1 that actually scales off of attack, right? His A1 and his A2 scales off of attack and HP, okay? And then his peril only scales off of HP. Man, that's nuts. That's like an old school champion right there. Everything's different. Attack only, attack and HP, HP only. HP is the most important stat, but you can actually smack with this A2 and his A1, to be fair. It's not like, you know, George and Siegfried level, but it's decent damage. Like, sometimes I'll just pop off and kill with the AoE on the A2 because I tried to add a little bit of attack. I sprinkled it on a little bit, right? So there it is. Lightning Cage we talked about. He has a pretty simple kit. An AoE 2-time hitter with block buffs, right? Can't be resisted if they're under the heal reduction, whatever. And then he has the Fiery Rage. This is the skill. You guys know this skill, right? This is the one that you go against all the time, and every time you hit this mofo, he's going to be proccing the peril. He's going to be unlocking it. But when he's on your team, It never happens. That's my tinfoil conspiracy hat theory for the day. 20% chance to unlock a secret skill peril. That's a 1 in 5. Quick math. In 1 turn when he's attacked. And then also has a 20% chance to fill this champion's turn meter by 25%. So he has that innate ability to fill his own turn meter to get to his extra turn anyway. So once you unlock it, what is peril? It's a 2-time hitter. That means you can get by UDK and still pop off that Sun Wukong and block that revive, right? It ignores shield. For this meta right now, and this is part of the reason that Crusen ran into this dude 10 times in high-end live arena, he ignores block damage. Block damage is absolutely everywhere. And he ignores def. What does def mean? That means 100% defense. He ignores all defense. That's why, we could still use some ignore defense on the A1 and the A2 if you so choose. But I just go flawless execution and get the extra crit damage. I'll show you the masteries in a moment here on this dude. That way we're just hitting as hard as possible with the peril ability, because it's really all about the peril. Although again, you can get by with that A2 a little bit here and there. He has speed in all battles by 24%. The cool thing about Mortu-Macaab is, for a slow, tanky, high resist dude like him, we can actually use him as our speed or a lead, not just in the arena if we're lacking a better option, but also because it's all battles, he can work in siege as well. Don't sleep on Mortu-Macaab on your siege team, especially if you can get more niche like demon spawn only or HP only or one of those type of jams. So I have offense and defense on the masteries. Man, I feel like I'm already kind of rambling a little bit, so I'll cut it short here, but yeah, we went with crit rate, crit damage. We went all the way on the right-hand side. Ruthless Ambush, Opportunist, Stoked to Fury, and then we ended with Flawless Execution. Now, there's nothing wrong with going Blood Shield and going with Helm Smasher as well. It can obviously get the chance to ignore defense on the A2 and the A1, right? Personally, I just go to just load on all that crit damage. You don't really see arena nukers with this sort of a build. Frankly, we don't need any of the, less HP than this dude has and all that stuff, because generally he's going to have more HP than the opponent. Now, he can benefit from obviously steadfast and the accuracy, but I decided to go defense on him as well. I picked up more, assistance when it comes to resistance related abilities or wisdom of battle, putting that block debuffs on him should he get a debuff. Also, we went down with Cycle of Revenge, a little bit more turn meter fill, kind of works well with his passive, and why not go with Selfless Defender? He's in a 2-turn Stone Skin anyway. So Stone Skin's great, but we need some protection. That's where Lightning Cage comes in. You guys know Lightning Cage, it basically has a chance of protecting a buff from being stolen, removed, or transferred, right? So perfect on Mortu-Macaab, given we have him in a 6-piece Stone Skin. That gives him 2 turns of Stone Skin, 2 turns of being attacked for a fairly slow champion, obviously. You just let him get hit. He's going to increase his turn meter all on his own with the Fiery Rage, and he's going to unlock that peril. You're going to RNG it to death your opponent with a block revive. It's a beautiful thing. We get the extra HP, a little bit of resistance with the Stone Skin, which is absolutely fantastic as well. I could even have gone, frankly, with a 7 or an 8-piece Stone Skin here if I wanted to, just to get the extra HP and resistance. Hell, you could go 9-piece if you wanted to, right? We have 122k HP. We have 193 speed, 99 crit rate. That's, it's honestly, it doesn't sound like it is, but it's a little dangerous. I'm living on the edge a little bit because that peril, we need those crits on the peril, right? We have a whopping 360% crit damage. You don't even need that much, honestly. But I have the Flawless Execution. I'll show you the rest of the gear in a second here. Resistance 670, which is good, but it's probably not good enough to circumvent an Armons, especially given that he's blue affinity. So magic affinity Armons, not the best thing against Mortu-Macaab. What makes him so good in this meta? Not only does he have the ability to ignore block damage, on the peril ability, but the Fabians, the Crixias, the Warlords, all of the cooldown champions, there's a million of them nowadays, right? Heck, even Alice, right? It's not going to matter to put his skills on cooldown at all. Yumeko, it doesn't matter who it is, because it's a secret ability. It can't be put on cooldown. There's no cooldown here. So he is basically immune. It's not even an active skill. It's not a block active skill, right? The only way to negate this dude is with like a Carnage or a Chalco or someone with a strong block passive skills. Thus, you cannot, trigger the Fiery Rage. Thus, you cannot trigger Peril. So be on the lookout for block passive skills champions. You want to avoid them. Also, Armand Pokemons I would try to avoid. He can just, he's liable just to sheep Mortu-Macaab, and then you're kind of screwed. Hatter's Reserve, hey, listen, it was made for a champion like Mortu-Macaab, right? You could obviously still go with Cat's Gaze. It will apply to the A1 and the A2. I think it's a waste on a champion like Mortu-Macaab, and there's a bunch of mythical and legendary relics, but I want to try to be somewhat realistic here. Hey, we can stand to use the HP and the attack. He can use both stats, right? He'll receive 5% less damage from enemies whose attack is lower than the wearer's, and inflicts 5% more damage to enemies whose HP is lower than the wearer's. That actually fits Mortu-Macaab, right? So we have 3,900 on the attack here. What do we have on him? HP percentage on the boots. I think I'd prefer HP percentage, but I'm not going to re-roll a speed roll with a double speed roll or ascension, HP with HP on the chest, and then crit damage with crit damage on the gauntlets. It's nice to not have to worry about speed, too. We do have resistance with resistance on the rebirth banner here. I have crit damage with as much resistance as I can muster on my amulet, and I had HP with some attack, too, on that ring. Okay, that's the build, guys. That's the build. Let's go into the arena. We're going to have... We'll call them co-stars to this lovely film here on Ash Raid Shadow Legends. We're going to have the man, the myth, the legend, UDK. He's good with Mortu-Macaab, but we do want Mortu-Macaab to be hit. He can still be hit with AoE shots. Ultimate Death Knight's going to be there just to add some more tankage onto this team. But we need a reviver on this team as well, because if we lose Mortu-Macaab, we really want to pick him back up. We're going to go with High Keeper Prisma, a champion that we don't talk about a lot here on the channel, and certainly any reviver will do in this spot. You could even run a Cardinal team or something like that if you wanted to. Granted, the turn meter boost to max will not do a lot with a Mortu-Macaab, considering you have to unlock the peril, but I digress. He has a cool revive, sure, Perfect Veil, increase attack. He has a cool ability where you're stripping somebody of buffs, and the ally with the highest crit damage will join up on the attack. If they die, you get an instant turn, pretty cool there as well. But I really love this passive on High Keeper Prisma. You can read it, but basically he's taking a 40% chance to take the buff and change it every turn on the enemy team, on every enemy, to the weak version or the debuff version of the buff. That's nasty, man. I wanted to use some High Keeper Prisma. We're also going to run him with, you have a choice here. You can go all out tank, right? All out tank with this champion alongside of him, or you can go with just another damage dealer, right? So we're going to run a Mithrala Lifebane. She's going to be high accuracy, thus high resist. She'll be our cleanser on the team because we don't want Mortu-Macaab to get CC'd. He does have high resistance, but it's not that high. You could also run him with any increased resistance champion that you have on your account that you have built. Here's a quick look at them. Honestly, outside the mythicals, guys, there's none though I think are like the absolute perfect fit with him, but Oella is pretty good. Feedy is a beast. Grazer is a beast. Feral the Barkhorn. We have Diamond Copper Coin, who's a bit better than he once was. So there's some ideas for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the arena here, guys. Unfortunately, my recording time didn't coincide with live arena, but I will be running him in the future for sure, so stay tuned for future content. We're going to run him towards the end of the season as well. He's very good in live arena because no one really wants to waste their ban on Mortu-Macaab, right? Anyway, we're here in Platinum. We're not going to run this team, don't worry. We're going to run this team. Now, we can sub out a Mithrala for like a Marius, as I was mentioning, to go a little bit harder on the nukage. Because right now, this team, what it wants to do here is sit back, relax, and just let Mortu-Macaab get hit and just keep him alive with the rest of the champions. And immediately, two things happen here. We get the peril proc, fantastic, and the rest of the team dies. The cool thing here, though, is our biggest threat is going to be Siegfried. Now, we're going against Blue Affinity, but peril is insane. Like, it can still kill Blue Affinity champions. He's going to have the block damage on him, but we're going to go ahead and ignore that. So here we go. Boom, boom. There it is. Siegfried down, baby. All right, so it's Mortu-Macaab and UDK versus three forces to be reckoned with: Arbiter, Odin, and Marius. Can we do this? Let's go ahead and, I don't know. I guess we didn't need to use that ability right away. Block damage. We're just going to A1 on Arbiter, who honestly is the least threat alive on the battlefield. We don't care about her freaking revive. We don't care about her increased attack. We just care about more. Oh! All right, next biggest threat. Put him down. Put him down. All right. Poor High Keeper Prisma and Mithrala. They really got a fantastic showcase here. Odin's and in Armanz's, right? In Gurgo the Augurs, those type of champions, they're going to be impossible, or they're going to be a pain because they're going to have enough accuracy, especially when you get to higher arena. That 700 resist that I have right now, it's not quite enough. You can make an argument that maybe you drop the flawless execution. Do I really need the 360 crit damage and go instead with the resistance, the extra 50 resist? That might make a bigger impact. But guess what, guys? We get another peril. Boom! Sayonara, Odin. Bye-bye, buddy. This is the UDK and Mortu-Macaab show, baby. Here we go. Now we can just mess around with Arbiter. She has no one to revive. I feel bad for her. Let's do the A2. You can see 20, 40k damage. Damn, man. I didn't really plan this one. Obviously, I couldn't attack, I couldn't attack a team that I already attacked. But that worked out beautifully because we literally crushed the meta, right? Like, these champions in a big way define the meta right now. Let's see if we can. There it is right here. Here's another squad. Now, the thing I can't do this team, unfortunately. There's just too much blue here, affinity. And nice, given that he's magic affinity, even though he has block damage and Mortu-Macaab is good on paper and not the worst, I'm kind of scared of the team. Screw it, guys. You know, who cares? Who cares if I'm scared of the damn team, right? Ash, grow up, man. Grow up. Try it out anyway. What's the worst that can happen? You lose again? Or I didn't lose. My bad. I lose, period, once. All right, they're all under block damage right now, except for, by the way, guys, I'll just say that Theodosia, man, oh man, she is one of my most wanted champions. She's just insane. Let's go in there with the A2, and Mortu-Macaab will join with his A1. We won't kill her, so we won't get an instant turn, and we don't have peril either, so we have block damage, and the cool thing is they have Nell. You can see how much damage we did with the A2, though. That was really nice. We triggered the passive of Naime, or however you say her name. Let's go ahead and get some heals down here from UDK, and let's see what we can do here, man. All right, so the revive. Wait a sec. Can we use the revive, I wonder, without the revive on this champion? I haven't played a lot with High Keeper. I want to wait for it anyway. I'm not going to be that much of a moron here. I like High Keeper Prisma's A1. It looks like way more intimidating than it is. It's one of those moves. All right. Do you think we can just put down... Should I try to just put down nice right away, like right now? And just see if we can? Boom. Boom. Oh, yeah! Dude, who cares, man? Who cares? Nice. Nice knowing ya. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a dad joke. I mean, I'm a dad, so I'm allowed to do dad joke. I am a dad joke. That's what I am. All right. Can we take down this team one at a time? All right. Oh, cute. Cute. All right. Nell is scary as all get up, man. I don't have my reviver left alive, so I'm not loving this one. I'm not loving it. No, he's about to. I don't have high enough resist right now. I think I'd be better off. That was almost really cool. At least we tried. But frickin' Nell is just so nasty. So nasty. All right, guys, we switched up our team here on the next match. I'm running Sun Wukong and I'm running Pythion. Honestly, High Keeper Prisma. Oh, did we drop out of plat? High Keeper Prisma is a beast. But no stone skin doesn't really fit the motif that we're going for here, right? So instead I have Pythion, absolutely love it. We're going against freaking Star Sage, Siphi, Siegfried, and Duchess. Buffs and buffs and buffs for days. Let's go in with the A2. We don't have enough accuracy to land our block buffs rather on any of these champions. I don't know. Do you think Sunwoo? I'm asking you guys. Hopefully we have a little accuracy on him. No, we get resisted on everything to get some buff removal here. I haven't noticed if the passive has been procced yet, but all we have to do is kill Siegfried. That's it. And this team is done for. Now, we do have to be careful because we have UDK. If we're going to combo UDK, I think is a great combo for Mortu-Macaab, but be very careful too because you need somebody to be hitting Mortu-Macaab, right? That's imperative. Need someone to hit the big fella. So, you know, with an A1 on a Duchess and an A1 on Siphi, they might just target UDK and I'll never get a peril proc and I won't have enough bang in my punch on my A1 and my A2 to be able to kill these champions. All right, Sun Wukong, take care of Duchess. Oh yeah, baby. And now we have our peril. Now we can go in there and boom! Sit down, Siegfried! Sit down! I love it, man. I love it. So we do want to kill. I mean, we have Sun Wukong, so we're totally fine here. But we do want to make sure that Star Sage has an AoE on his A1 on both forms. So there's no way to avoid Mortu-Macaab with Star Sage. Star Sage is the most powerful, if not one of the most powerful champions in the entire game. And Mortu-Macaab is one of the best counters for Affinity, for his double hitter, for his block revive, and because he's going to be triggered by all those AoEs on the A1. So at this point, I mean, hopefully I don't have to cut here. I'm just going to do another battle after this one, too. I like this team a lot better, I'm not going to lie. With the Monkey King on there is very helpful as well. We have somebody who's a little bit, you know, come back to life like Monkey King. So he's kind of immortal, even though he's squishy in his own unique way. And then we have the big tank that is Mortu-Macaab, just an RNG, just waiting to be unleashed, right? All right. So, since, like I said, since we have Monkey King here, you know, we can kind of kill whoever when we get the peril proc. But hopefully we'll have Staff of Wonder up right now. We do. I don't know. Let's go Duchess. There we go. And only one more. Only one left, guys. Do we have the peril? Do we have the peril? Let's pop off Star Sage if we do. Okay. Yes, we do. Star Sage is dead and gone. 2 down on the tankiest team in Raid Shadow Legends. The tankiest team in all of Teleria. Here we go, right? But now this one, I mean, this one's been over. As soon as we took out their biggest threat in Siegfried, it's just a waiting game, right, for the rest of the squad to kind of catch up and get those peril procs or get a Staff of Wonder here. Is it the next turn or the turn after? Now we have it. Let's end this. Boom! Oh, come on. Dude, I have him in pretty good gear, too. Golly. Golly, Sun Wukong. That was your moment of shine. I guess I should have went after Duchess. It worked the first time. Let me cut to the end here. There we go. The end was like 2 seconds later. All right, guys, the last battle of the day here. We get a Star Sage, a Lamassu, a Embrace, who is great against, and Siegfried, who, even despite the affinities, I mean, what are we? We're like 2 for 3 or 3 for 3 against Siegfried. 1 for 3, 2 for 3, I think. 2 for 2? Never get old, man. My memory is so shot. Anyway, here we go. We get the Monkey King. He's ready to go. He's got a Staff of Wonder. He's also got some True Fear. I'm going to AoE on the A3 instead. Play things kind of safe. It's nice that we have UDK to block Siegfried, right? Let's just go in with the AoE, see what we can do for damage here. Nothing too crazy. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. That's fine. I don't even need to pick up them. I'm not going to waste my revive on Monkey King. Gonna wait. Star Sage. Man, look at Star Sage. All those attacks just continuing to trigger the peril, right? I actually do not want to kill Star Sage here, so I want to trigger that block damage on Siegfried. He's going to go ahead and get that heal up. Totally fine by me. Chip away a little bit here. I haven't noticed. Has he been triggered? Let's go in, steal some stuff, do some damage. This is the setup, man. Oh, how did we not have it triggered there? We can still kill him. It still works. We just can't put him down for good with the block revive. Let's go ahead and Staff of Wonder there. And then one more little. Oh, come on, man. That's where we really wanted the that's where we really wanted the AoE to be off cooldown, dude. He got it off with 1 HP, that revive, that son of a gun. Oh, man, you son of a jackal, freaking Star Sage Galathier. All right, let's pop off the other reviver. No, dude, how did everybody else die? It's okay. He was under the block, the stun or whatever the heck. Anyway, guys, there it is for the video. I think that Crusen was right. Mortu-Macaab is an absolute monster. Take advantage, unvault this beast. Thanks for watching till the end of the video. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.